Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Elise, and welcome back to Read 'em and Weep. This week, for this video, we're going to be reading some plus size romances. Um, so we're going to be reading If the Shoe Fits by Julie Murphy and Savvy Sheldon Feels Good as Hell by Taj McCoy. Um, so we're just gonna get started with this one because I already read it. I listened to it while I was working and I just couldn't stop and I just kept listening and then I finished it. So yeah, so I listened to this on audiobook. If the Shoe Fits is a whoa, I dropped it. If the Shoe Fits is a Cinderella retelling. Our main character is Cindy. Get it? Cindy, Cinderella. So our main character is Cindy, and her stepmother works on this show called Before Midnight, which is basically like a bachelor type show where all of these girls go and they're trying to, win the affection of this guy. And so Cindy ends up getting onto the show, and I think she is the first plus size contestant on this show. And yeah, and then it's just, it's a romance. A romance ensues. So this book, I've already read it. Oh my god, I thought I saw something out of the corner of my eye, and I'm here by myself and my heart just dropped. Okay. So what was I saying? Okay, anyway. So I already read this and I am giving it, my rating is probably like a 3.5. I really enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed it. I thought this book was so cute. The part that I super enjoyed was the retelling aspect of it. Like finding all of those little hidden gems in there. The fact that the main character's name is Cindy versus Cinderella. The stepmother, Lady Tremaine, her name was Erica Tremaine. You have like the stepsisters who are Anna and Drew, and for Anastasia and Drusilla. There are even, oh my goodness, this one took me forever to get. In this book, the stepmother has these like triplets, these little kids that were literally so adorable in here. I forgot their names, but I know one of them is Gus, and it took me forever to like realize that those are supposed to be the little mice like Gus and whatnot. um and then even like the name of the show, Before Midnight, is just like another little nugget, you know, in the story. There's like glass slippers, there's like all of the little like retelling nuggets. And so this book is actually part of a series. It's a meant to be series. There is another one where I think that they're gonna be like books written by different authors, because the other one is written by a different author. But I think they're all going to be fairy tale retellings, and I really think I'm going to continue on, because that part, all of those little gems throughout the story, and finding like all of those pieces of the Cinderella story in this book, literally, I was having so much fun. I was having a blast. I wish I could go back and like tab all of those moments of like every piece that's like from, I would say more so from like the Disney movie Cinderella, not from like the original, you know, not from that, but from more like the Disney version of Cinderella. Like it was so fun. It was so much fun putting together all of those little pieces. I loved it. And then another part that I really loved was the fat representation. So she does call herself fat multiple times in here. It's not like a derogatory term. Like she's kind of just like proud of who she is, and she's pretty comfortable in her skin. um all of that, and like the discussions about like, fashion, and all of that stuff, like I really did enjoy that. And like talking about some of the struggles that she has when it comes to like trying on clothes, and especially like designer clothes, and how they're not made for like real bodies. I loved it. And then like how she loves shoes, because shoes don't really come in like body shape sizes. Like a shoe was a shoe. I loved it. I loved it. Like I loved all of that. I will say the reason how I'm giving it more of a 3.5 is because I didn't fully invest into the romance. So, the main characters, they pretty much like have love at first sight, which I know is from the, original, movie. It is like a love at first sight story. But, with the way that it's set up and the fact that they're on this TV show, they don't get a lot of like time to, have a relationship. They don't have any time to get to know each other at all. And yet they're falling in love with each other. And I get it. I get that that's also how those shows work. But like they don't have any time to really like, figure out each other, to even barely have a conversation that isn't filmed on this TV show that's like awkward and cameras in your face. Guys, what's up? So, I finished the book and I really did enjoy it. I'm gonna give it, I think, like a, I think like a 4.25. It was really, really good. Okay, so a brief synopsis is we have our main character, Savvy, or Savannah, and she is dating this guy, and she is really going hard on her career, working hard all the time, and her boyfriend decides to break up with her because she let herself go, and she makes this plan to start getting healthier and working out and kind of get revenge on him and get kind of like a revenge body. And kind of along the way, she starts to discover a lot about herself. And so that's kind of like the premise of the book. Our romance is with Spencer, and he just overall seems to be a really nice guy. I think that he is definitely my new book crush because he was so sweet. Him and his little puppy, or his dog, not a puppy. He was so sweet, him and his dog. Okay, so now for some things that I liked. I loved the banter between Savvy and Spencer. They had a lot of really good banter. They had some inside jokes that kind of ran throughout the book. I did like the fat representation, or the plus size representation in the book. One of the things I really loved about this is that the focus of her getting healthier wasn't about the numbers, but it was more so about how she felt. She was trying things that were out of her comfort zone. She was trying things that she loved. She wasn't focused on the scale and the numbers, and she just really was feeling good. And I love how Savvy, as a plus size character, she really got into sports, and they really focused in on the athleticism that she had. And like throughout the book, there were points where like people were like really commenting on her form, on her like how athletic she was, and how good at sports she was, or her sport, which she plays tennis in here a lot, and she really starts to take it seriously. She starts training, and it's really just like showing the athleticism that she has as a plus size woman, because a lot of times people feel like if you're plus size, then you are completely like out of shape, bad at sports, can't do anything. And so I loved how that was the focus of this, and it wasn't about her like not eating and trying to just lose weight as fast as possible. At one point they do mention the weight, but it's kind of later on. And you know, Savvy's like really encouraged by who she's speaking with about like, don't worry, continue doing what you're doing great, you're seeing results, you're seeing, you know, changes to your stamina and your endurance and things like that. I really did enjoy that aspect of it, because unlike the first book where the character is like super confident in if the shoe fits, Savvy, she is very confident in who she is, but because of what happened with her ex, she is feeling more vulnerable and is trying to get healthier and lose weight, which wasn't something that was talked about in the first book. So I love that it was addressed, and I love the way that it was handled by not focusing on the numbers, not focusing on just like eating carrots and broccoli all day. They do talk about food in here, and it's like, you know, she's eating like regular meals, you know, that maybe, and substituting some things to make it healthier. And I really just enjoyed the way that it was handled. Oh, the other thing that I really enjoyed is talking about like Savvy's career, that she was a hard working career woman, and that, you know, at the end of the story, the solution for her and her work life balance wasn't for her to like stop working, but it was just like really trying to create that balance. I feel like in a lot of books, you know, working hard at your career is kind of frowned down upon. You know, oh, you work too much, and then the solution is to like quit your job and go and start up, you know, doing something that you love. And it's like, this is something that she loves, and she loves being hard working and having a career. So I did enjoy that as well in this book, that it wasn't her just like quitting, but it was finding a better balance, because there's nothing wrong with being a career woman. Yeah, I mean, I really just enjoyed this book. It's literally just one of my, like, it was really shocking and surprising, and it's one of my favorite romances of the year. Um, and this is the author's debut. Um, Taj McCoy. It's her debut, and I see that she has a book coming out, I think, next year. So I will definitely be giving that a, like, checking that out, because it was so good. And I feel like, you know, with it being her debut, you know, she's just gonna get better and better. Hey guys, so I totally forgot to close out this vlog, so I'm gonna close out here. We read If the Shoe Fits, and I think I gave that a 3.5. My cat. And then we read Savvy Sheldon Feels Good as Hell by Taj McCoy, and that is a 4.25. I think overall, I had never really read plus size romances before, and I really liked it. I really did enjoy it. I think I'm going to continue searching out more plus size romances. So with that being said, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. Please leave any suggestions for plus size romances. I will definitely check them out, because I loved reading these books. And also, if you want to see more videos from me, go ahead and subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. I'm recording too. He says, wait, you didn't ask me that. I'm glad that you went to middle school to find out what he says.